So we're going to talk about a new release manga. It's called Entangled with You, The Garden of 100 Grasses. It's published by 7 Seas in their new Boys Love imprint, and it's rated older teen. I'm not sure why, but it is. So we're going to talk about this because there's things I really liked and things I really didn't like about this. And since it's a one-shot, I'm not going to give too much of the story away. I will give you a spoiler warning when I get to that point, because I really want to give whoever's interested a heads up. Here's all of these stories Entangled with You, plus some side stories that we will talk about. So we open in the woods with Marcel and his sister Bertha. She was bitten by some kind of insect and she was poisoned. She is dying. But Marcel doesn't know what's going on. He just knows his sister's in danger. So this person walks up who is obviously not human. Marcel asks for help and the guy's like, okay, well, she's been poisoned. She needs an antidote. Marcel then asks for his help and the guy's like, okay, I'll help you, but you have to do something in return. Marcel agrees, but he asks if he could wait until his sister gets married. So 10 years later, his sister is finally married. And he finally has to fulfill his promise. So he goes off into the woods to go meet this person. And although we don't exactly know what the promise is, it seems like Marcel has to die. So he runs into the stranger. I think his name is Giselle. We'll call him Giselle because I'm not exactly sure about the pronunciation. But he says, I'm not even sure why I asked you to do that. I don't need you to do that. Just have a cup of tea with me and you are free to go. I just want some company. He's just very thankful that Marcel showed up and he actually has somebody to talk to for the first time in, I guess, forever. Marcel on the flip side is like, I'm just so appreciative that you actually helped my sister all those years ago, so thank you. So it ends a chapter with them clearing the air between each other, and Marcel becomes friends with Giselle. He goes and visits him all the time, and then Giselle asks Marcel to move in with him, and that's where we're going to end the chapter. I'm going to continue to flip through it. This is your spoiler warning, so now we're going to talk about this. Now, for the main story of Entangled with You, I did like it. There was a lot of aspects of it that I really did enjoy. There's a supernatural element. There's a lot of communication between these two characters, which is actually pretty refreshing. I mean, honestly, there really is no drama in this compared to what I thought it was going to be. There's no like, oh my gosh, she's like a beast. Why are you with them? None of that. There's none of that in here. And the relationship between them is pretty wholesome, honestly. If you're looking for some like super romantic themes, it's not quite there. It's more like a companionship, I would say. Now, these side stories, I have no idea what was up with these side stories. There's 3 of them in there that are like one chapter. I have no idea why they're here. Besides adding more of the mangaka's works inside this one volume, I really do not understand why they're there. There is a side story that is like a 2-parter. That's the last one. That one was fine. I didn't mind that one, but the rest of them, I have no clue why they're in there. The last chapter is back to Entangled with You with Marcel and Giselle, and they try to put a nice little bow around it, but I don't know. I really wanted to like this one, but it was kind of a miss for me overall. Not my favorite.